All right, so as we say goodbye to Reinbeck, we got Samuel's Sweet Shop over there. I actually went in and I didn't buy anything. Although the cookies look good, the candies look good. I've been eating so much candy from Halloween. I don't know about you, but it's got to stop. It just has to stop. Over here, we got Abba's Falafel. I don't know. I started feeling a little better after eating it. I didn't actually get the Alka-Seltzer. I hope I don't pay for that, because as soon as I hit the Taconic, there's nothing there except cops stopping speeders. So I guess if I get stopped, I could just I don't know. I don't know if I have to pretend that I'm not feeling well. I could just not feel well. I got to bring Kathy up here. Why am I here all by myself with the pup? Kathy, why are you having a pajama day? You should have been with me. Let's hit the road. Welcome to another Out of Spec Dave video where I find myself in the back of a McDonald's parking lot. I just went in and picked up my two sausage burrito and a bottle of water. I did get the hash browns. Why did I do this? Well, it's road trip time. I am driving here from basically Darien, Connecticut, just at Norwalk here at the McDonald's, and heading all the way up to Hudson, New York. You know, a few weeks ago, I did an EV meetup at a brewery. We had about 30 people there, and there's one guy in particular that I really want to do an EV journey with. So I'm going to meet him. He lives north of Albany, New York, and we're going to meet halfway in Hudson, New York, and shoot that. But in the meantime, I need to take a road trip. It's about 110 miles away. We'll go over the trip in a minute here. Should be I love Hudson, New York. Very cool little town, very artsy little town. And we're going to meet at the Hudson River front park, right on the Hudson River, all the way up north. What's interesting is I'm taking the Model Y today. The other day, I took a road trip in my Model 3 from here in Connecticut all the way down to Philadelphia and back. And I didn't really have FSD or enhanced autopilot, I should say. It's early here. And I didn't really miss it, but this car's got FSD, which includes enhanced, which includes lane changing. So I'm going to be testing that out today and sort of giving you my impressions on what's it like to road trip a Model Y versus a Model 3, and just kind of go over it. So let's get into it, folks. It's 101 miles up to from here in Norwalk. We're going to head up Route 7 and then across Route 84 and then take the Taconic, one of my favorite roads that you got to be careful. Can't speed on that road. And then we're going to head up to Hudson, New York. Right along, you'll see the town is over here, and we're going to meet this my new friend, and at the Hudson. Actually, it's a Hudson River Hudson River Park, right on the Hudson River. So that should be good. We won't have any problems making it there, and most likely back without charging. But we will charge. Look, I think there might be a magic dock up that way. I can't remember if there is. Not that I need it, but yeah. So Bailey, what do you say? Should we start this road trip? Huh? Let's get into it. All right, so just a quick pit stop here at Ridgefield BMW to check out what they've got sort of in the electric field. You know, a lot of people are yelling at me saying, Dave, you've gone all Tesla. Well, yes, that's true. That's what I have in my driveway. But that doesn't mean they're the only cars that are out there. BMW's got some sweet rides out there right now. And You know, I'm hoping that maybe I can find myself a new i5, check out the i4, maybe an i7, and see what they have here. Just a quick little stop in. All right, so here we have an i4. This is an M50, which is $74,705. The way that this one is equipped, starting out $69,700. You know, the front end on this car, really, it's grown on me. I'm sort of liking it. But what do we have here, folks? Check this out. This is the i5 M60. This is the right size. Like if I were going to get a sedan, I like this. It's a little bit higher than maybe I would have imagined. This car starts off at $84,100, and it's got some options there that you can see, and it's $91,595. You know, obviously not eligible for any kind of state or federal rebates, at least not here in Connecticut for the state side. But that is that's a cool color. I mean, the front end, that looks really nice. This is my first time seeing this car. I really like this thing. That looks really good. Let's see what else they got going on here. Got a couple more i4s here on the hook with some charge points. Yeah, charging. BMW Ridgefield Station. Yeah, I mean, look, these look very conventional, these cars, these i4s. This one here is $66,000. And yeah, they're not cheap, but again, they're BMWs. And welcome to the world of CCS. And then over here, what do we got? Ah, yeah, the iX. Now, in all black, doesn't do it for me. I mean, I get it. It's a sort of a look, but I like the contrast with a lighter color in this car. You can see the screen is all the way across. And well, we've covered this car. I've driven this car. It's this truck, I should say. Beautiful. I mean, you know, again, you gotta get used to that kidney bean, that giant kidney bean look. But really pretty cool. And look at what do we have here? Something very unconventional. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, I like this. This is just gorgeous. Wow, beautiful. I'm liking that. Defender 110 Brabus, perhaps. Very cool. And then over here, we've got another i5. I mean, just, yeah, I like that. I like it in white. The contrast is nice. I know we've got Route 7 here with a little bit of noise, but in case you didn't know it, the i5, it's 100% electric, not 98% electric. And this one is $89,000. So look, this is a 5 Series sedan, electric, looks good. We've got a couple of charge points here for the public, and a interesting color blue EQS SUV there. Gorgeous, really interesting. I hadn't seen that color yet. Pretty cool. So anyway, Ridgefield BMW, we've bought a couple of cars here over the years, and yeah, good to see it. Not a tremendous amount of electric vehicles, but enough. I just got to show you this one M4 right over here. I know it's not electric, but man, does this thing. Oh, there's another iX right over there. All right, but look at this thing. Oh boy, that just looks really nice. I like that color. You know, Kyle and I, well, look at the seats on that yellow. I mean, that's really kind of a cool car. If you're gonna go gas, that's a beautiful piece right there. But Yeah, we sort of like the coupe, but we also like the sedan, the four-door sedan. But this really, this is a beautiful piece. I'm liking that. All right, so for those of you who know this area, we are in Brewster, New York. And what's in Brewster, New York is a Tesla. Oh, we're going over. It's taking the lane. This thing, you know, it's on FSD right now. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to turn these both on. And it actually did something really pretty good. I thought. I want to get back to the Brewster thing in a minute. But it did something pretty good back there. It saw that there was someone. I was in the middle lane. It saw that there was someone going slow in the left-hand lane. It actually went around on the right-hand lane, which I wouldn't think Tesla would program to do that. I sometimes pass on the right. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know if that's illegal. It's definitely not advisable. But this sucker just took off, hit the gas, as we say, and went around an 18-wheeler, and then came back to the center lane. Did a beautiful pass, put the turn signals on and everything. So, you know, here I am. I got people passing me here. I'm doing pretty good clip, but not fast enough. So anyway, we've got let's see what it does. We'll check this out for a little while in the FSD and go. So back to the Brewster, New York. This was beautiful. Love this little army truck. Cool. Very cool. See, now it's putting on its turn signal and it's moving over. I didn't do that. It did that. And I think that was the right move. The Range Rover right behind me did the same thing. So anyway, Brewster, New York. One of the first 9 or 10 magic docks in the country. And so if you're on 84 up by 684 and 84 in Brewster, New York, and you've got a CCS car, pull into the magic dock at Brewster, New York and charge. You know, I don't need to because I mean, what I say, I don't need to. First of all, I don't need to charge. And second of all, I have a Tesla here with me today. So it's not like I need the magic dock, but it's good to know it's there. And we got some more Army vehicles up the road there. So anyway, we'll keep this thing going here on FSD. I'm going to try and drive as much as I can today on FSD and see what quirky things it does. It was a little hard braking there. Now it's changing lanes. There we go. Yeah, baby. Going up the hill. All right, let's pass this Escalade. He flew by us before, now we're flying by him. Gotta love it. Yeah. I sort of like FSD on the highway. The city, forget about it. To me, that's a party trick, entertaining. It's not ready for prime time yet. Those who say it is, I don't know. I just don't see it. I see glimpses of hope, but it's not there yet. But in a situation like this, with highway driving, enhanced being able to take the lanes. Now, the thing that I am not sure about, and I think I am sure, enhanced autopilot will do lane changing for you, but it won't actually. Beautiful truck. Very cool. I like that. Look at this H1. Oh yeah. God bless the Army guys that are out on the weekends, the Army Reserves. Lord knows we need them now. I hope everybody just calms down. Just calm down. My buddy Tommy Brusso's dad, he used to be a physics teacher in Spring Valley, New York, tough district. And he used to go, just calm down, when the kids were going crazy and bouncing off the walls. So, Mr. Brusso, tribute to you. But yeah, little flurry right there. But you know, hopefully we won't need these guys, and hopefully everything will calm down in the Middle East. Putting on the right turn signal and taking it over. There we go. All right. So anyway, if you need Magic Doc, Brewster, New York. All right, so we've got a policeman there. Oh boy, looks like a smashed car. That's strange. Wasn't pulled over for speeding. His whole front, looks like his whole front left tire disintegrated, and the rubber took out the, I don't know. There was something up there. But yeah, so I've actually come to a conclusion about FSD beta hardware 4 at highway speeds using, you know, the adaptive cruise and the dynamic cruise and the auto lane centering. It tracks very straight when you're above 60 miles an hour. And it wanders below 40. Now, when I say wanders, not terribly, but it doesn't track as straight as the hardware 3 Model 3 that I have at lower speeds. But at high speeds right now, it's actually very good and very straight. And the Taconic has a lot of turns, you know, pretty sharp turns. Look, I mean, we're going through here. Look at this. Right now, little hesitation there on the brake, or taking off it, but it tracked beautifully through there. It isn't wandering at all. So at speed, I take back what I've said about hardware 4. You know, really have to spend time with these cars. It's one of the reasons why at Out of Spec we like to own the cars and not just test them, because I'm learning more and more about these cars the longer I keep them and spend time with them. And yeah, no, this is very, very good. And by the way, if in FSD, in the FSD beta build, if you don't keep your hands on the wheel, it will alert you and it will knock you out into autopilot jail or FSD jail. But in addition to that, see, it says apply slight turning force. Now it's lighting the whole screen up blue. So I'm going to do a little torque, just a little torque on the wheel to turn that off. So all of those same rules apply from standard autopilot to FSD beta for whether or not you're admitted into jail or not. But in addition, that's when you also have the eye controlled Now, I don't know if you put something over that little camera lens up there, if that eliminates that problem or not. But I remember in the Lucid, it was very sensitive when you were using the autopilot feature, whatever they called that thing, Dream Drive Pro, which now here we're going for a lane change here. Okay. Doesn't like this, the speed this Subaru is going up here. A little hesitation. Come on, you can do it. And yeah, it's going for a very slow lane change, but it did the lane change. It made the decision to do it. And let me pop it up a mile an hour here. So yeah, intelligence converging with, you know, the normal autopilot is I do like this a lot. And now let's see what happens when I overtake this guy. It should move back, especially because there's a car behind me. Now the guy behind me is going to take me, so I'm going to go over. I'm putting my turn signal on. See, to me, the car should have automatically put on the turn signal and gone back into the right-hand lane, and it didn't. So what I did was the guy behind me in the Subaru was getting aggressive, so he was going to go around me on the right. So I put my turn signal on, and then I took the lane, and then now he just passed me. So yeah, a little bit of refinement, I would say, needed there in terms of making the decision. But overall, very good. I mean, look at this. This is a difficult, I don't want to say a difficult turn, but at speed, you've got a car passing us. This thing is tracking really straight. I'm impressed. Very good job. Now this guy, whoa, he wants to come over. Why did you want to come over there? I don't know, but he changed his mind. All right, we'll check in. Yes, we made it. All right. What a beautiful, beautiful place this is here. Hudson, New York. This is the Hudson River. Look at this, the old grain mill over there. I don't know what factory it is, but that looks pretty decrepit over there right now. We've got the Model Y here, and we're just gonna go meet the folks over here who drove down from Albany in the Model 3 in a minute, and then we'll come back to the road trip video. All right, so here I am in Hudson, New York. Nice little town. Columbia County, New York. It's this is the main street. It's called Warren Street. I know that there's a lot of people from New York City come up here and come up for the weekend, and I think it's pretty artsy, and auctions and, you know, arts and crafts and maybe antiques, art museums, a lot of different things go on here. Not that familiar with it, but this is definitely a destination place for a lot of New York City-based folk, as we say. And
Yeah, I mean, just finished filming with Chachu and Beverly and Abigail and David, a Your EV Journey. They drove down from just north of Albany where they live. I met them at the EV meetup, and what a great family. They've got a 2021 Model 3, and got to know them a little bit better. Really, really good to hear different people's perspectives, and I was happy to follow up with them today. And I, drove up here on a beautiful day. Bailey and I both. So, definitely a good time here in Hudson, New York. What a beautiful little town this is. Well, here I am at a Ford dealership in Reinbeck, New York, and I just wanted to check in to see how the sales are going on the Mustang Mach-E. But the only thing is, I don't really need to go and check in because it seems like they're not going very well. Oh man, they got a lot of inventory here. Rouge's Ford. This is a small dealership, Reinbeck, New York. A lot of Mach-E's here, guys. A lot of Mach-E's. So on a positive note here at this dealership, I just pulled around back and looks like they've got some charging going on here. There's two AC chargers right there from Blink, brand new. Looks like this wall back there is actually in the process of being finalized. We got a DC fast charger here. We've got another DC fast charger there. And then there are two more Blink stations over there. So while there are 10 Mach-E's for sale here, at least there's a little bit of infrastructure here as well, seemingly brand new and going in. Hats off to Rouge's Ford here in Reinbeck, New York. I love it. And while there are a bunch of Mach-E's, I only see one F-150 Lightning, and there it is. So doesn't seem to be a huge inventory of F-150 Lightnings here. So one of the things that's very sort of famous for Reinbeck, New York is the Dutchess County Fair, which is just off here to the left. I remember a great memory of my dad and I. We came up here for a day, and we sat and we watched the motorcycles jumping and doing flips and tricks. I mean, he wasn't really into that so much, but he sat with me because I was, and that was great. G-Wagon. And this is a nice little town. I don't really know why it's
1,000 feet, turn left onto Platte Avenue.
I really don't know why it's so famous, but or maybe it isn't famous except for the Dutchess County Fair, but it is a very pretty little town in New York State, in Dutchess County, obviously, because that's where the fair is held. And yeah, let's just take a little drive around Reinbeck, New York. Check it out. All right, so here we are in Reinbeck, New York, and I figure I'd have Bailey go for a little bit of a walk. Where is she? There she is. So we're going to take a little bit of a walk down the street here and see what this town's all about. Kind of an interesting, looks like a beautiful restaurant across the street, Terrapin
restaurant bistro bar. Maybe we'll get some lunch over there. And there's a dog boutique here. Pretty cool. Looking good. So right behind me is what is supposed to be the oldest continuously run inn in the United States. It's the Beekman Arms Inn. And they've got some cool pumpkins over here. It's a beautiful little building. This inn is located right dead center in the smack of this town here in Reinbeck, New York, which is a great central location. Lots of nice little shops, lots of little restaurants and all that. This looks like a cool place. A lot of history here. It sounds like there's another inn that was in conjunction with this that was a pub called the Delamater Inn or something like that. Yeah, I like the vibe this town has. It's not that far north of New York City. Reinbeck, New York, I'm digging it. I'm kind of loving this. So let's keep exploring around. All right, so rumor has it, this place has some good food. It's Abe's Falafel. I'm gonna check it out right now. We're gonna try this out. Abe's Falafel. I'm hungry. Bailey, let's get some lunch. What do you say? Let's do it. All right, so here we are inside Abba's Falafel. Like I said, rumor has it that the food is good, so here I am, and I can tell you it does look good. I ordered a falafel on a pita, real simple, and we're gonna check this out. All right, there it is, Bailey. Abba's Falafel. Never seen a dish quite like this before. What's great is you can take a bite,
and you can put it right back in the holster right there. And yeah, so look, right across the street from Reinbeck Hardware Company, Samuel's Sweet Shop right up the road. Check out this Abba's Falafel. I'm about to dig in here and see how it is. I guess when in Rhinebeck, it's kind of like when in Philadelphia, you got to get a cheesesteak. When in Rhinebeck, you got to get a falafel. All right, Bailey, we've got the falafel right over here. All right, and you want to taste? You want a taste of it? Here. What do you think? What'd you do? Did you put that on my pants? All right, look. I don't know how to eat this thing. I'm just gonna go for it. That's delicious. You got a grilled pita bread. You got fried eggplant, which I love eggplant. You got a white sauce, a little salad, onions, tomatoes. Very fresh, and it's huge. Very good. There's no way I'm going to eat all this. This thing's huge. Look at the size of this. It's massive. Abba's Falafel. Loving it. Well, Bailey, you know, it's a good thing there's a CVS right next door to Abba's Falafel, because I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Oh man, I need some Alka-Seltzer. I'm mistaken. It's not eggplant. I just did a little research on what falafel is. It's fried chickpeas, seemingly the official food of Israel. However, consensus says it was originated from Egypt. Either way, I found it in Rhinebeck, and there are a few foods that I have not found that Bailey does not like. She did not like the falafel. And that made my lunch so much more enjoyable. There was no begging. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, I need to go next door. I need some Alka-Seltzer. We did Rhinebeck. We had falafel. We walked around. Amazing time. Really highly recommend. Just come up here for the day. Walk around. Beautiful weather today. Just gorgeous. And I really enjoyed this. So let's get on with our road trip. Let's get back at it. Update. We're here in Brewster, New York. And whenever I'm here, I have to stop in. I got to check out my personal magic dock station. I just have a sweet soft spot in my heart for it because I was there the day it opened, and pretty amazing that Tesla, has opened so few of them in the country. But yeah, listen, we're at a 47% state of charge.
Take exit 68B on the right.
I will do that, and we have driven a total of 183 miles 251 watt hour per mile efficiency. We've been moving pretty good on this trip, unlike Philadelphia, where there was a lot of traffic. We averaged about, I think it was 225 watt hours per mile. So not quite as good, but still excellent. We burned 46 kilowatt hours worth of energy, and we're going to get off and we're going to charge. We'll see what we pull at a 47% state of charge. My prediction is, let me think. I think we're going to pull 115, and then when we hit 50%, we're going to taper down to
Now take exit 68.
105. That's my guess. Let's see what happens. All right, so I am plugged in here in Brewster, New York, pulled in at a 46% state of charge, and pulled about 106 kilowatts, and right about 50% it tapered down to about 102. So that's typical for this car. You're not going to pull 250 kilowatts at a 50% or close to that state of charge. Right around 50%, you're going to see about 105, maybe 102, somewhere in there. So that's par for the course. We don't have anyone here except an older Model S parked down. I don't know what he's doing. It looks like he's doing a little detailing on his car over there, which is fine. And yeah, it's downright lonely here in Brewster, New York, right at the corner of 684 and 84. And this is the Magic Dock. I was here on February 28th this year when they first opened this. And for those of you who have not ever seen a Magic Dock before, you'll notice that this little contraption right here is much bigger than on a typical supercharger. And what the reason is because inside of there is a CCS adapter, which means that you can pull up here to this Tesla supercharger. It's one of about maybe 20 in the country now. They've been opening up a few more of them, but this is one of the first ones that opened in the entire country here in Brewster. And you can pull up here in a CCS car and charge your CCS car on a supercharger network, on the Tesla network, which is great. So yeah, this is a really great stop. We're lucky to have a Magic Dock so close to our home, and loving it. All right, so I've got my pumpkin spice latte, and don't tell Kathy, I'm a little too far away from home for me to pick one up for her. But the PSL, as we call it, is a very powerful drink for the wife. At least for my wife. She loves it. And I don't ever order one. And you know what I said? I said, here I am supercharging. I'm going to go get myself a PSL, which I did. I haven't even tasted it yet. I never typically order that, but I needed a coffee. I'm a little tired. I think it's the falafel. Maybe it's putting me to sleep. Definitely giving me indigestion. Anyway, I don't normally charge at 46%, but I felt like I wanted to take a break. And my heart goes out to the Magic Dock here in Brewster.